So for AHIC, I'm Raj Katecha here with Filipo Sona from Colliers International. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
Very good, very good. First time in Rwanda, how'd you find it?
Fantastic country.
Yeah?
Super clean, super organized.
Okay. Oh, in terms of organization, it's been a good conference for you the last 3 days?
Superb.
Yeah?
I think probably I can easily say one of the best of the African.
Well, that means a great deal. So you obviously presented today, so I wanted to kind of grab a few moments with you now that you've come off stage. Talk to me about the True African Opportunity, the report that you've just put out, which is available via Bench, and what the kind of high-level summaries are, the executive summary, and kind of the unlocking Africa aspect of it.
This probably one of the most comprehensive research that covers 21 countries, 23 cities, and 67,000 keys analysis, 3, 4, 5-star and service apartments across all these countries and cities. And the key message is very simple. By 2020, there is room for markets to support an additional 24,000 keys. By 2025, an additional 56,000 keys. So if you take the current existing supply plus the future supply recorded at 26,000, another 24, another 56, we're talking a total amount of about 170,000 keys across 21 countries by 2025. So a huge opportunity, huge amount of growth in pipeline, and this will highly contribute to the growth of the tourism industry across these sub-Saharan countries.
What is it that's causing that growth?
The growth is fueled by a growing economies, growing GDP sectors, particularly services and communications, IT very strong, and social media is very strong, telecommunication is very strong. Agriculture will continue to fuel the GDPs of all these countries, which attracts the international corporates, domestic corporates, and NGOs. So it will be the corporate business of sub-Saharan Africa. Combined with a growing savvy population, mostly on mid-class, which have demand for new hotel concept, mid-market hotels, and network. Because their business is not just in one country, it's across geographies in sub-Saharan Africa.
And what kind of client work is keeping you busy at the moment? What are your clients asking for, and what opportunities are you trying to get them to focus on?
What keeps us busy now is assessing the opportunities in key markets in sub-Saharan, particularly and mainly mid-market hotels, 4-star, service apartment, very popular in East Africa now, in demand, and above all, asset management. Now we have few clients. We're starting with Sudan, although it's a bit higher up than Sub-Sahara, but we asset managing a big property. So owner representation is becoming, a growing service for the consultancy industry, because owners start realizing that hotel operators have their own challenges, and the market is very dynamic, changing constantly, and require people that are able to react very quickly together with the hotel operators, in making things happen, and this is what I think in the next 2 to 3 years, asset management will be one area that will be focused very much from our side, and the industry will be in need of these kind of services.
You talked about covering 21 countries and 23 cities. Is there a common set of challenges that bind all those together, and how are you adjusting things at Colliers to help your clients address those challenges?
There is no challenge actually. There is actually a natural flow. The link one nation to another. Number one is the aviation, the intra-Africa aviation, the routes. There is, on average, these 11 countries, they've got 11 routes within intra-Africa. So, which means that facilitate the trade between these countries. Secondly, is the way companies do business in sub-Saharan Africa. So companies that go primarily west Africa presence. They've got Nigeria, Benin, Togo, Ivory Coast, Ghana, Senegal, and then you got people on the eastern side. They've got Nairobi, Tanzania, Uganda, Rwanda, and Burundi. So it means that all these companies, they branch out in Tanzania, they branch out into these countries because they have bilateral collaboration on trade.
Yeah.
So it is natural for their operator to have assets in all these countries in order to maximize their network and their presence. And that's what link all these countries together is the intra-Sub-Saharan Africa trade, they link one country to another.
They link them, but also, as you were talking about with aviation as well, the connectivity within Africa is not as mature as maybe it could be, or as mature as other regions like Europe and the Middle East. We had AviaDev at this conference on day one, and a huge delegation presence from the aviation airport community. How has that changed the dynamic for you in terms of the kind of conversations you've been having here?
I think it's facilitating conversation, having the delegates from AviaDev integrating with the bread and butter of hospitality industry.
Yeah.
Because it's not them and us; it's us all together.
Yeah.
They are key to the growth of our industry.
Yeah.
And we are complementing their industry too. We are the end mean to their process. They are who bring us the customers. And the Sub-Saharan Africa, to be able to grow, they need the aviation industry to work together with the industry, but to grow. And our research highlight one thing, that in those markets where there is in excess of 2,000 keys between hotels and service apartment, there is a direct correlation with the growth of the industry and the growth of the aviation.
Okay.
So it means that if the aviation industry grows, we grow too.
Right.
Because they bring more customers.
And it's that way around. It's aviation first, increasing keys.
The correlation is with aviation, meaning if there is a positive growth in aviation, where there is airlifts, cargo, passengers, there is a positive growth in the hospitality industry.
Right.
Because, but only on those markets of 2,000 keys and above.
Right.
The one below there is not enough mass to be able to measure whether there is a direct correlations with that.
Sure.
But this market is absolutely a clear relationship between the two goes hand in hand.
Right. And that's in this report as well.
Absolutely.
So that's definitely worth checking out. Just in closing, every time I see you at all of our conferences worldwide, you are super busy. And if there's anybody you didn't get a chance to catch up with, or anybody who didn't get a chance to see you on stage, and certainly those stage sessions with Filipo are available on our website, what's the kind of umbrella message you've got for folks that summarizes AHIF 2016? And something to think about moving into 2017, I guess.
I think what AHIF 2016 have done, which is not the previous year you've not done, they always done it, but now it comes to a time where, we see the need of diversifying economies across Sub-Saharan Africa and Africa as a whole. And tourism is the key to diversification. And what AHIF 2016 have done, I've laid down the foundation for what is the vision in order to make these things happen. So we have put together a framework at AHIF 2016 to what needs to happen in the next 5 to 10 years for the tourism industry of Sub-Sahara to flourish.
Right.
So they created a vision, and the message is very clear that tourism in Sub-Saharan Africa is made of two clear industries: the aviation industry and the hospitality industry.
And the combining of them and using data like this as a kind of springboard is really what's going to help it grow.
It is what's going to make it happen.
Always appreciate your time, Filipo.
Thank you very much.
For more content like this, just make sure you subscribe wherever you see this, and hope to see you in AHIF at future editions. Thanks.
Thank you.